requirements and finishing at the same time as someone who's only doing the science requirements. Is that reasonable? No, but people do that, and so what happens to your grades? They drop. So now you're a non-science major, which is totally fine, but your grades are lower than the science major because you tried to rush it. And you didn't understand that it was your path, not everybody's path. And so as a result, you don't get in. But it actually turns out, did you guys know, that non-science majors actually score better on the MCAT? That non-science majors have better odds of getting in? So, not a right path, just your path, done right. Yeah? Yes, Betsy. Wait, was there another hand? Matrell.
No.
No, I was just testing, I still didn't. All right, we're still okay. That's it.
I'm having very conflicting feelings with the previous slide, the one that's saying I'm taking responsibility and taking control. I can't remember exactly what you said, but from my experience and things that I've learned, it's being okay with not being in control, and I think that's something that's been helpful for me because there are things that are out of your control, like the situation that you're born in, that's out of your control, things like that.
No, it's not. So, this is an excellent point. I'm going to interrupt you because you're wrong.
I don't think you're wrong.
You're wrong.
I mean, you're born in like a certain socioeconomics, and like that's
100%.
not something at that point you can't change until later, you know. Then depends on you. But there are things out of your control, like her personality, what she does, that's out of my control. The way she treats me is out of my control, but I'm okay with the way that she is. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's get there. Since you brought it there, let's take it there. Right?
Yeah.
So, if your parent is a crackhead, are you at an advantage or disadvantage? Disadvantage. Because your parents are crackheads, so you have zero support. That's not in your control. What is in your control? The way you react. I love it. So you know the right answer. You can't control who your family is, but you can control how your family affects you. In my case, I mentioned I didn't have my parents who didn't know how to get me to medical school. I took it upon myself to get myself to medical school. I'm going to show you later how to find money for school. Because I didn't have parents who could give me money. I was broke. Not an exaggeration. Do you understand what I'm saying? I've been homeless. Been there. So I don't give a shit about whatever background you're from. You can get wherever you want to go if you take responsibility. If you take responsibility. We're going to talk about this. This is not a joke. And I said you're wrong. I don't mean to be rude, but you're wrong in the sense that you can't control what your family is, but you can exactly control how you react, and you can exactly control what you do. You can be successful or not successful, regardless of whatever situation.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I mean. There's like things that are out of your control, but the way you react is in your control. Like you're saying, I get that.
Right.
So the socioeconomics are the people that you surround yourself with. For example, I have friends that are friends with other people that are really negative, and I don't like to associate myself with them. But they're still around there, you know. That's out of my control that they're in my circle.
No, it's not. Now I disagree with you. Because why are they in your circle if they're negative? I just told you about getting rid of negative people. Do you know how many people I have in my circle? Guess how many friends I have? People that I associate on a regular basis, who I call every few months.
Small.
Less than 3. Because you know what people do? They get jealous. Right? They get negative. They want to complain. I don't have time for complaining. I'm about doing stuff. So I keep very few friends because I say as soon as you're negative, as soon as you wrong me, you're cut. You're done. Right? You guys ever heard of the lifeguard's dilemma?
No.
Was it in my video? Someone watched the video. Love it. Okay? The lifeguard's dilemma. So you're a lifeguard. What is your job? What? Watch the kids. Make sure nobody drowns in your watch, right? So you're a lifeguard, you're at the beach, you're Baywatch, right? Which The Rock is starring in, which is beautiful, right? You go out, because someone's drowning. You get out there, and they are flailing all around, saying, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. And they're kicking you, and all this kind of stuff. You kick in the head, right? You try to go back in again, you kick in the head again. In that moment, you have to decide, can I save this person? Or will I mess around and drown with this person? So you have to decide that moment, am I going to save them? Am I going to put myself at that much risk? They kick me in the head twice. Should I wait for a third time and possibly go unconscious and we both drown? Or should I get myself back to shore, save myself so I can live to save another person another day? If you have negative people around you, get rid of them immediately. Because what you'll see is those negative people never make it. And we're going to talk about this in a second. I'll show you the stats on it. Does that make sense? If you have negative people around you, you can 100% control that. If you have a friend that's negative friend, you tell them, listen, I like you, I don't like them, don't bring them around me. And if they say, I'm not willing to do that, then you can go with them. Because that means if you like hanging out with them, what are you? A negative ass person. When I'm not here, you're complaining about me, talking shit. Right? That's what happens, you know it. That negative friend who has those negative friends, they're always like, man, yeah, this person ain't shit, this person ain't whatever, da 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 da. And then what do you think happens when you leave? They talk the same trash on you. So who does that help? It makes them feel good to poo-poo what you're trying to do. And you let them do it, and it makes you feel bad, and you feel trapped. I'm not trapped, you know me. Your family's in a different situation. You gotta give people a little longer leash than your family. But at the same time, you control how you react to stuff. Right? I said we're all friends, we're all tight here, right? We can talk and be free. I'm not talking to my dad right now. Because he wants to be negative. I don't have time for it. I'm doing positive stuff. So I haven't talked to my dad in like 8 months. He tries to call me, I just delete the voicemail. Because I don't have time for negativity. I'm on 1, 2, 3 hours of sleep. I don't have time for negativity. So that's me choosing who I allow around me. So are you willing to do that, is the question. And if you're not willing to do that, right? So we're going to get to this later on this presentation, right? The sacrifice. If you're not willing to make the sacrifice to be successful, you will not be successful. So you have to choose and decide what you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do. Are you willing to put up with patient's stuff at 2 in the morning? Or are you not? Are you willing to make the tough decisions to get you where you want to go? And if you're not, then get out of medicine right now. If you don't have it in you to make those tough decisions, then leave medicine. There's no shame in that. I talk about medicine all the time. If you aren't about sacrifice, if you aren't about making hard decisions, if it's a difficult decision whether you should party or study for the test you're unprepared for, studying for a test you're prepared for or partying, that's a harder question. Because I choose partying if I'm prepared. But if you're unprepared and you decide you should go party, that's not a hard decision. You're unprepared, get your ass in there and study. But if you're not ready to make those tough decisions, get ready. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Is it clear to you now what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what's going on, you have 100% control of your life. Everyone else is secondary. They can come around you if they add something to your pot. And ask yourself that. Literally, this is a good exercise. So takeaway exercise number 1 for you guys today. I want you to make a list of your friends. And I want you to make 2 columns next to them. And in the first column, I want you to write what they bring to your table. In the second column, I want you to write what they take away from your plate. And if the second column is longer than the first column, they're cut. Give a phone call, say, hey listen, just want to tell you you're cut, thanks. Hang the phone up. I've called people and tell them that, hey listen, tell you what, listen, I didn't like how success went down, so we can't be friends. But I wish you all the best, thanks. Hang the phone up. And you know what people do? Either they'll call you like rapid fire, a couple minutes to see what's up, or they'll realize that they aren't a good friend of you and they won't even call you. Out of respect. Like, oh yeah, you know what, I was a bad friend. And then your circle shrinks. But the people you do keep are positive people. And then you guys all come together.
So let's say like you're the only one of your friends succeeding, but you want to bring your friends as well to succeed with you. Is that different?
No, so perfect.